All right, so here's the headline.
I'm laughing. I heard it.
She married a Victorian ghost. Now she's divorcing him over his apparent affair with Marilyn Monroe. She says he first became obsessed with the late actress when he allegedly saw Monroe in the chapel on the day of their wedding. And then before long, he began disappearing for days on end and reappearing, smelling of Chanel No. 5, which was Monroe's signature perfume.
Of course. Let me know when you want me to start.
Have we officially gotten to just the end of civilization? You know what? Let me bring it to the show and ask both of you, if you were making a betrayal list, let's say 3. Let's keep it to 3. What would you put on your betrayal list?
I believe I had a relative that took my first dog ever and sold it.
What?
I felt betrayal, literal betrayal. When I had a girlfriend, which I would not say her name. Yes,
Okay.
I had a girlfriend many years ago.
You said this before. You said this before.
We're having dinner, and then suddenly said, I feel sick. I need to go home. I'm like, what do you mean you need to go home? Yeah, I feel sick. Me siento mal. I'm like, but you were fine 2 seconds ago. I had to drive her home. When I'm on the street, you can see inside and you can see her home. She was tiptoeing out of her house.
Like a little, like after the rain.
I mean, I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so welcome everybody.
We
We are
started?
yes, we have started
Oh,
at
shoot.
episode 367. I don't know why I felt like it was gonna. There we go. That was what you read my mind.
We're missing that.
Yes, you read my mind. Yes. See, Roger, your fan club is back.
My gosh, it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's pretty even now. It's like split up. We have junior signs, Ismael signs, some signs for Darian, and even a couple for me.
It's true. There's a few for you. Actually, well, they're all the ones for you are mostly at that little merch table you set up with your brownies.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. And we even see one in the back for Eric.
For Eric.
Who is that? Do we know her? She's been here before, no?
She has actually since she started dating Justin Trudeau. That's Katy Perry. She's feeling
wow.
French now.
Well, it's a lookalike. But
Yeah.
Okay.
She's feeling French.
Coño,
Yeah.
si estuviera aquí.
Can you imagine if Katy Perry just showed up out of nowhere? She's like, guys, I'm lost. How do I get to La Carreta? You
Wow.
know?
That would be a cafecito moment at the
That
end.
100%. Be like, just she's not leaving.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, we need to start the show, I think, apologizing to Junior.
We do.
Tell him why.
We do, because we were being very inconsiderate.
Absolutely.
We were here yammering away.
Which we never do before the show.
That's true. We try not to. We were yammering away, talking, like, it's funny, we were talking like business talk.
Yes,
right?
we were.
We were talking, business. And eventually Junior had to like crack the whip and be like, oye, aquí se trabaja.
Yeah,
Aquí
we're
time is
here.
money.
I felt bad because it's true. We have been talking for like 10 or 15 minutes. Yet Pobre was there just being patient.
It's
If it would have
because
been
I know all the devices are listening. Y yo no quiero que los secretos tuyos del negocio
salgan a relucir.
salgan
You see?
in the wrong hands, okay?
If it would have been me, I would have been like, oye, dale, I'm here.
You see?
Dale,
Because
dale, dale.
you know what? But that's because he's strict, but he's fair.
Yeah.
You see? That's the Junior way.
Well, we apologize, Junior.
Yes. Sorry.
That was our bad.
That was our bad. Absolutely our bad.
I really did feel bad.
I do. I'm like, because honestly, like, yo estaba en otra cosa, and we were just
Yeah.
talking, and like, before you know it, it's like, oh shit, it's been like 15
And he ahí
minutes.
con la carita, he's okay, guys, like, we gotta have another show.
And Junior's like, hey, TikTok,
I
bitches.
felt terrible. Okay. But now, ya le pedimos disculpas.
Yes. And so I actually want to start the show off on a bit of like a somber note, though. First and foremost, just because I wanna put it out there. Hurricane Melissa was battering down. It was Category 5, battering down Jamaica. I as of this recording, I don't even think we still know really the extent of all the devastation that has occurred. But it's the worst hurricane that they've experienced in I don't even know how long. So just want to give our I know I hate saying thoughts and prayers because it's become so overused. But to anyone everyone in Jamaica, but anyone who has family in Jamaica, because again we have our Pero Primos span all kinds of backgrounds,
International.
Yeah, and so we're thinking of you guys, and like I said, I know we haven't yet heard or understood the magnitude or the impact, but obviously there's going to be a lot of relief efforts coming down. And so, guys, we're in Miami. We know what it's like to go through a hurricane. We know what it's like to have to go through this and have family members who are affected. So, I really hope that when the time comes, we all band together and, take our donations for, baby products and water and things like that to any of these, these areas that will be doing collections, and every little bit helps. And so just, guys, I know right now it's the worst of it, but here's hoping that they can, make it through.
Yeah, those images are horrible. It was catastrophic.
Yeah.
And the winds, from what I was listening to last night or this morning, was over 200 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, category 5 starts at what, like 140 something, I think? I don't remember exactly.
Yeah.
But it was horrible. I mean, the images coming out, and I saw them in every station, were just horrible, So I was, we say it and it's overused, but our thoughts and prayers are with them, because we've been through hurricanes. We know what that's like. And it's not only the hurricane, it's the aftermath.
That's the part people forget.
Aftermath.
Yeah. And remember, here, as bad as it can get, and as bad as it is, and as bad as it's been wherever a hurricane has impacted, there's a mainland situation, right? So, okay, Miami got hit, Orlando got hit, Tampa got hit. Yes, but you can, in theory, get in your car and drive to an area that wasn't as impacted. That's not an option for them over there.
They're on an island.
They're in an island. Yeah. They can't go anywhere. There's nowhere to turn, right? In that sense.
And Cuba too. Cuba.
Yeah, it was gonna be.
It was. I think the category was less. I think it was category 2. Yeah. But still, it was it's a bad situation for many. And we're almost at the end of hurricane season, because it ends November 30th. No, November.
I think mid-November. I know, like technically, like Halloween is still in that.
Our producer, I know, is checking as we speak. I could see with his little fingers going.
I know, right? We look over there and we're like, it's nimble.
I think it's November 30th, but I could be wrong.
Is it like that far out? End of November?
Roger is correct.
Wow.
It is actually, well, I don't want to clap for that. Roger's right, yes, but no. June 1st to November 30th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I knew that because I covered so many of them.
Duh, you're right.
I mean, my mom had diarrhea whenever I would cover the hurricanes.
You had to cover you
actually Eastern starts May 15th, just to be exact.
So I mean,
it says Atlantic begins June 1st and ends November 30th. Eastern Pacific starts May 15th.
Yeah, I don't know
and also
the Pacific
ends, one. And also ends the 30th.
Yeah,
August to September. That's crazy.
August to September being the strongest month. Yeah, I covered not everybody.
And like so in the thick of a hurricane.
In the thick of I remember when I first started, not my career, but when I first started at Univision many years ago, 2003, 2004, I remember there was one year that we had so many of them. Yeah. And I had just started. I was fresh face, Univision. And I had never covered. Well, I had covered hurricanes in Spanish at Telemundo, but I had come at that point. I had come from CBS, so it had been a while since I had covered a hurricane in Spanish. And the thing about doing it in Spanish is that when you have to stretch for 10, 15, 20 minutes, it gets difficult.
Yeah.
So anyhow, they send me up north to like Vero Beach. Because we didn't know where it was going to come, but we're like, it's probably going to hit Miami, but just in case it goes up a little, let's send you up.
They
to
wanted
Vero
everybody
Beach.
like stationed.
Yeah. Well, guess what? The track went up a little north, and I was right in the eye. I was in Vero Beach, and I remember going live, and there was a warehouse in the background. The top was made out of how do you say? It's like what a warehouse is made of, like
concrete, wood, aluminum. I'm just throwing materials out. I'm like
aluminum. And throughout my live shot, you would see the top, the roof go.
And you're just there, like.
And I was like, oh shoot! And then I wasn't as close to the water as it seemed on air, but I guess from the vantage point, it looked like I was like 2 feet away. I was probably like 7 or 8 feet away.
Still.
But I mean, there were 100 miles an hour winds easily. So the only reason our truck didn't flip was because we saw where the wind was coming from. So we parked the truck right behind us, so the building will be a buffer. But when I looked at those images, because of course I have a video library of every time I've been on the air because of my mother, she's Cuban. When I saw those images, I was like, oh my God. And my mom se iba en diarrea because she was like, oh my God, mijo. And when I saw
she's watching it live.
She's watching it live. Because the thing is, everyone was bunkered down in Miami. So everyone was watching TV. There was no social media. So everybody was watching Channel 23 and Channel 51. So when I came back and I saw those images, I was like, oh my God, it was ominous. And then when I came back, I was like, everybody had seen it.
Right.
Eso me puso en el mapa. I came back and was like, oh my God, Radio del Huracán. Because everybody was home watching TV. And you weren't watching Netflix. There was no Netflix.
Yeah, there was nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's very scary. I've covered
I was
so
gonna
many of them.
how did that feel to be in that? Like, do you have to almost like
I wasn't
disassociate?
Scared. Yeah, I guess the adrenaline kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're younger, you haven't covered too many of them, and I don't know, the adrenaline just keeps you going. I interviewed like homeless people that were out there, and you just talk and talk, walk and talk. And I don't know, like I never really got scared. I got scared covering another hurricane in Miami where I was in front of the port of Miami, and había una avionetica. And the wind was so strong that it flipped it. And when I saw it flipped, I was like, oh, shoot. And then at one point, there was a gust of wind that threw me against a big tree. And then you didn't see me anymore. And that's when the station took a crap because they thought something had happened to me. And you can imagine my mom. When I see that, she was
oh my God.
in the bathroom
Your
again.
mother was already dead.
She was in the bathroom again.
She was
again.
Imodium was her best friend.
Yeah, it was her best friend. So they couldn't find me for a few minutes. Then the truck saw me. So they lowered the mast, went around, act as a buffer so I can come out from the tree into the, that was the only time that I was scared.
And
I was actually saying, una avioneta, it could, I mean, I weighed 140 pounds. It could take me. Yeah. So there I was a little
And
scared.
you in that moment were just like pinned against the tree with the
I was
wind.
pinned against the tree. Right?
Just the wind.
Just the wind. And then the bay was right there. Now that's where the Miami Children's Museum is.
Okay.
It wasn't built at that point. So yeah, literally, I mean, me hubiera cogido otro gust of wind and I would have been in the water. Yep. Looking back, I was like, wow. Yeah. But at the moment, no. Wow. Only when I was thrown. That's the only time.
Holy shit.
But I covered countless hurricanes. Yeah. I hated them being in the water, being wet for 8 hours, 10 hours, 13 hours. You don't sleep. Then when the electricity goes off and you're in a freaking motel and then you can't take a shower.
Right.
You know, your clothes are wet.
You're just
You're
uncomfortable.
running out of food. I was up there for it was like 11, 12 days at Vero Beach. And everything was shut off. So the National Guard was there. So we I mean, if you left, you couldn't come back in. So we couldn't leave. So they would have to bring food from Miami in trucks so that we could eat. Yeah, it was
Damn.
lovely. It was lovely.
Sounds like a great time was had. Mm-hmm. But you know what? You know what we're going to find out now, though? We're going to find out what great time Junior had. Because it's time. It's time for Junior's Corner, Junior's Weekend Corner.
And, well, you know what? I'm not going to talk about time because last time we saw what happened.
How much was the time last time?
Last time we were at 42 seconds and you wanted to stay at 42, not 47. So we're 42. So now we're down to 37 seconds.
Okay. All right.
Soon we'll be down to 0 and Junior will be poof. But go ahead.
Junior will never be poof. All right. Because Junior is eternal as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Hey, Junior.
Hello.
All right, hold on. Let me get the.
Oh shoot! I didn't.
Or do you want to do it?
No,
I just feel like because Roger always does it. That's why I was like, yeah,
We're gonna start. We're gonna start now.
All right, wait.
No,
I'm saying is Junior ready before we start?
Junior, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Friday, I went over to my parents' house and I'm helping them move some stuff. So I put some stuff up on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace. Maybe we'll drop a link and help sell it faster.
Yes.
Sábado, we went to go see Sarah's daughter. Violet read her the Bear in Big Blue, not Bear in the Big Blue House, but the bear story that we all read when we were kids. Not Berenstein Bears, the other one. Sunday, I went to go support my friend Justin, Cafecito Comedy at the Miami Improv. They had their Halloween trivia show. It was a great time at the Miami Improv. Shout out to Justin, Marcos, Vanessa, and the rest of the family at the Miami
Time
Improv.
is up. I'm doing it on purpose. Time is up. Time is up.
He went over a bit. Yes, yeah.
You guys wanted to take away his time. There you go. He felt rushed, but that's what 32 seconds are.
I didn't feel rushed. I felt alive. So you know what? 5 seconds off. Next week, we keep it going. Do not worry about it.
There
Let's
we go.
go.
Not a fan, but
We want.
Are you looking at the time or no? When were you doing this?
No.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Wow.
No, he's just.
I don't have a time here, and then I can't.
Right, because at the end I saw you and I was like, oh shoot, is he really looking at him? But no, you have the
No.
mental clock.
I see you towards the end, getting like. the finish line. So that's what I'm like.
normally I give you like a 5, 4.
Yeah.
But this time I was like, no. So they know exactly what.
Tú lo
32
pones
seconds are.
nervioso.
Next week we're down to 27.
I can't wait.
So we're gonna then clock it down to 22 and keep it at 22.
Yeah, we'll keep it at 22. Unless you're feeling, adventurous.
Let's see.
We'll see.
Let's see.
All right.
Well,
Well,
that was another
That was-
fun
yes.
packed weekend. And you, what'd you do?
what did I do this weekend? I'm trying to think. What the hell did I do this weekend? Creo que me estoy contagiando contigo.
No, I thought about that before I came because I'm like, my God, I'm an embarrassment.
Me estoy contagiando contigo because I can't remember what the hell I did this weekend.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum,
Boom, boom. I don't remember.
Okay, sounds
I
like
don't remember what I did this weekend. I know I did something. I just don't remember what
te
it
lo
was.
pegué. It's horrible,
You
right?
did.
Oh my God, it's horrible because you're like, pop.
Getting Roger Nesia.
That's terrible. Well, I do remember not because I remember, but because I thought about it when I was parked outside. I was like, Roger, you can't be repeating yourself every week and not knowing what you did. So it wasn't very exciting, but actually it was good because we had some friends over. Okay, this is gonna sound a little pesadito energy. We had here it goes. We had some friends over from Paris.
Oh, well.
So-
excuse me.
Ooh la la.
So we had some of Eric's best friends. One of my favorite couples. I love them. And they were over. They were at our wedding. So they came. It was
See, he remembers everything but the names of these people. His favorite people, mind you, Junior. These are his favorite people. Menos mal.
Because I'm gonna pronounce it like Cuban and it's not. It's Anna and Xavier.
Okay.
Xavier. Whatever. So so they were over this weekend and Eric cooked this amazing meal. It was so good. And so they were there. They had never been to my apartment. So it was nice. We had them. We walked around. So it was nice. They were there for maybe 4 hours. And of course they drank. You know, the French drink wine. Like I literally would go pour. And literally when I would go back to the refrigerator to keep
I drank an entire bottle of wine by myself on Saturday. Okay?
Yeah,
So,
but I bet not at the same speed because the French literally, I'm pouring the champagne, I'm going back, taking it to the refrigerator, and then by the time I sat down, I'm like, Anna? Wow. So I mean, my champagne glasses are like coupe, they're not the flute.
Sure. Oh,
so
okay.
so I pour again. So I'm like, oh my gosh. She's like, Roger, remember we drink it like water. I'm like, you do indeed. But anyhow, it was very good what we had. And then on Saturday, then we went to another friend of ours. They were also at our wedding, Stephanie and Emilce. And we went and we had like hors d'oeuvres and stuff at her house, and we spoke for like 2 or 3 hours. So that was nice. And then on Sunday we went to my parents' house, and my dad cooked baby back ribs. They were very good. Eric didn't eat them because he's not a big meat eater.
Okay.
And then I got home and I ate a lot of that new chocolate ganache with raspberry
thing looks
cake that we're
delicious,
gonna
bro.
be selling soon on Au Chocolat. And that's why I've gained like 2 pounds. So that was my
But it was worth those 2 pounds because it looks phenomenal.
Absolutely. Bueno, yo pasé pena because Eric didn't think I was gonna eat the whole thing, so he cut a little piece. And we have a friend, Erica's husband, who one day he was like, "Man, chocolate with raspberry is a great combination."
It is.
He's a very classy guy. So Eric, of course, I wasn't gonna eat the whole thing. So quedó un pedazo like this much, right? Like whatever. And then Eric usually gives away stuff. I'm like, no, keep one for me. So he's like, okay, this one's for you, and this one's for Alvaro, is his name. I'm like, okay. And then yesterday I went to Alvaro's house and to Erica, and then I told him the story. He's like, dude, you didn't bring it? And I'm like, no. So he texts Eric in Paris. He's like, just so that you know. So then Eric calls me on FaceTime. He's like, did you really eat both? That was for, and I'm like, I'm sorry, it was that good, and I ate it. So I ate a lot this weekend.
You regret nothing.
No,
You regret nothing.
No.
You regret nothing. It tasted good. You regret nothing.
So you see, I'm very proud of myself. For the first time in like 2 months, I was able to tell you what I did.
Without having to sit and think about it. Yes.
And now I get the magical sound effects.
So no.
3, 2, 1.
There you go. See?
And now you remember.
I do not remember.
Oh, wow.
Well, yes, because breaking
trouble.
news from Ish, you drank a bottle of wine Saturday.
So of
So-
course
That
I
would
don't
be
remember.
why.
You drank a bottle of wine Saturday. ¿Qué pasó?
So that's why I don't remember
why.
the weekend. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I love your glasses.
Thank you. These are part of my eyewears that I can switch these out. Yeah.
I didn't know you could do that. Let me see them.
So in honor
Tienen aumento, no?
in honor of of Halloween. I am wearing my Batman animated series shirt, my
I love them.
Superman,
They look really cool.
my little Superman glasses. So
It's like magnetic. That's cool.
yeah, a little magnet
I like
on
'em.
the sides. But I wanted to bring something up that this will actually be the third time we bring this up on the show. But before we go to that, because you did mention you were at your parents' house and you brought something from your parents' house.
Yes.
Before we get to that, so the Mirta de Perales Chronicles at this point is what it must be called. We actually got a DM from Mirta's granddaughter.
I was freaking out when I saw that.
So she said, we just listened. So I'm assuming it's her, and I don't know. She sent it from the Mirta de Perales account. So I'm hoping that like the entire company heard this story.
Well, I love the mother. Mirtica, I love her.
Oh, that's right, because you know the family. That's
Well,
right.
throughout the years.
Right. But I'm saying compared to me, I don't know these people. So we just listened to your Chico Mirta episode and made our day. I am Mirta's granddaughter and can relate to being the unofficial Chica Mirta with a t-shirt while my brother was an actual Chico Mirta. Thank you so much for sharing these memories. I love hearing stories like this.
That was so cool.
So that was really cool. That was really cool to hear that. And speaking of memories and stories, you were at your parents' house and you brought the actual
The Price is Right.
the actual Chico Mirta trophy. Now, I'm gonna take a look at this. I'm gonna actually. So it says at the bottom, it says Chico Mirtas, plural, which is okay.
Because there were several.
Oh, okay. Triunfador.
Yes.
13 a 19 años, Roger Borges. Is from 1986.
1986.
It has the little Mirta de Perales logo here on the side. Now, what I find fascinating about this trophy,
Yes.
exactly what part of the Olympic trials did you have to do for this? Because this up here is like he's did a triathlon. He's holding a wreath, like
Maybe it was
in
a
ancient
crown for my
Greece.
head.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
ancient Greece, like this is not. This up here doesn't say.
Match.
This doesn't say great hair.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have hair. I don't think.
No.
Like it's.
I never really thought about that. I just thought that they put my name.
No,
on the bottom,
I think it's great.
and
Now,
that made that she's falling.
now you found this at your parents' house, but tell the story of where this was in your parents' house.
Well, I thought I got there and I'm like, I can't forget to bring the trophy. So I went into my old room and I went up in the closet. I have a walk-in closet in my parents' room. I mean, in my old room, but in my apartment, I don't have a walk-in closet. So anyhow, so I was looking up there and I'm like, oh my God, I can find it. I'm putting boxes, my yearbook, and I'm like, I can't find, Mom, where's my Chico Mirta trophy? She's like, ah, no, mijo, está aquí afuera. And she had it outside and she's like, here's a trophy. I was like, oh my God, it's true. It's outside. And it's in pretty good condition. It's condition except for this.
Yeah.
But my family was actually, we were talking about it again. And Darian's brother, Darian's dad, and Darian's mom, my mom and my dad, we were all there and we were saying the story. And then my cousin, which is Darian's brother, was like, he was never a Chico Mirta. And then my uncle was like, no. And then I was like, no, you either are or you're not. He says he was like an unofficial. And then my uncle was kind of like defending him. Well, but he did go there a lot. And my cousin was like, but he was never a Chico Mirta.
Listen, I understand what you're saying. However, according to La Nieta de Mirta de Perales, who said she also was an unofficial Chica Mirta. Mm-hmm. So I feel like the fact that the family said it, it means it could be a thing.
Let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
It's
I'm
coming,
just excited
it's
that
coming
she wrote,
from the family.
I'm just excited that she wrote to you guys. So if she's hearing, I haven't met her, haven't had the pleasure of meeting her, but I've met her mom a few times.
Roger, move it to your right.
Okay, sorry. I met her.
He's so proud of it. He's like, no, it will speak for me.
I met the mom, several. I remember she was a sweetheart when I won. Her mom, Mirtica. And I met her a few other times. I think it was at Univision, and she was always so sweet, so sweet and kind. So I have very fond memories of her. So I'm gonna put this down now because I think this probably ends.
And that. And like everything nowadays, that concludes the Chico Mirta Chronicles trilogy. Because
So we
it's
think,
been
you never
it's been
know.
3 episodes at this
Yes.
point until Disney buys it and then starts a whole nother franchise.
Thank you for that.
Who knew? Who knew that Mirta de Perales was going to not just be such a big part of our show? That part could have made sense, but 3 consecutive episodes.
Wow, that's a lot of content.
That's a lot of Mirta de Perales.
a lot of content.
Yeah.
Wow. Y sin pensarlo, it just came.
It just
I don't
happened.
Know, how did it? I don't remember how it happened. But
That's
we're
how this
putting
works.
that
That's
to
how
rest.
this show works. This show is just flow. How
Improvisation.
improv of it all.
Improvisation.
Yes. So I actually wanted to start with kind of because we started with such a downer, like with Jamaica and the hurricane. I actually wanted to bring something up that was just completely stupid.
Okay, lovely.
Because
I want to talk about something that's really stupid.
it was because it's really stupid, and I'm
Throw it at
like,
me.
because it's so stupid, I really want. Well, there's actually, there's 2 of them. Which one do I want to go with? Hold on, because if I can't find the other one, I'll go with this one. Okay, no, I found it. All right, so I'm not one to shame people's relationships, right? If you want to be in a long distance relationship, you guys make it work. If you want to be in a throuple, people make it work. Again, you know what?
we're not in a throuple.
You do, no, not you. But I'm saying
Me and
not
throuple. I'm
you
in a
want to be in a
throuple.
throuple. But
I've never been in a throuple.
But if you want to be, I'm not going to judge you. Maybe you, Eric,
No, because you
and the raspberry ganache.
Because
I
you
don't know.
said, like long distance and then throuple. I'm not in a throuple. No interest in being in a throuple. Quedó claro.
You know what? I could never be in a throuple for only one reason: the logistics of it.
And people who say, "What's a throuple?" A throuple is
It's instead of a couple, it's three people in a
no merci
relationship.
beaucoup, no thank you.
Yeah, my thing is just I can't imagine having to make a decision for dinner with 3 people. Making it with 2 is hard enough. Like, just no, having to put everything to a vote with 3 people would drive me fucking insane.
Okay.
But I think that I found my limit of this is a relationship that I don't even know where to start with.
Throw it at me.
All right, so here's the headline.
I'm laughing. I even heard it.
She married a Victorian ghost. Now she's divorcing him over his apparent affair with Marilyn Monroe.
Yes.
So Junior was kind of not even kind of paying attention, and then when that ended, he was like, "Wait, what? What the fuck are you talking about?" So
This reminds me of the tabloids at Publix.
yeah, I mean, right? So okay, so our relationship. So this is a quote from her. Our relationship had always been turbulent from the beginning, with the stark contrast of him being threatening and possessive, and then warm and intense. But I slowly began to tire of being married to a free spirit. So apparently, this is a singer. She's an English singer. She goes by the Instagram Brocard, Brocarde. She married a Victorian ghost named Eduardo on Halloween, but they've now divorced. So the 40-year-old, she's British, she's Oxfordshire native, says their marriage quickly began to fall apart as Eduardo became increasingly hostile towards her. What's more, she also claims that Eduardo began an affair with the ghost of Marilyn Monroe. She says he first became obsessed with the late actress when he allegedly saw Monroe in the chapel on the day of their wedding. And then before long, he began disappearing for days on end and reappearing, smelling of Chanel No. 5, which was
Yes.
Monroe's signature perfume.
Of course. Let me know when you want me to start.
Have we officially gotten to just the end of civilization when this is when it's not even that this is happening, that this is on social media? Somebody's like,
Peter Pan players.
What was that?
I'm like, who's Peter Pan? What's going on?
I heard Peter Pan in my ear.
I'm like, yeah, because you know what? We are going to Neverland with
Is that
this
a ghost?
shit. Like,
What was that?
That's Eduardo. That's Eduardo. He's
Where did that come from?
Eduardo has come to talk about his good name. He's being dragged through the mud,
He's
and
made it
he is
known.
not having it.
So what was that, Peter Pan? Huh? Okay, what was that in my ears? Someone said Peter Pan. I didn't imagine it.
We all heard it.
What was it?
It was probably something from the Bluetooth playing next.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
From the Olympic music that was playing before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do I think about that?
Although the timing was fantastic.
Yeah, I was Came out of nowhere. What do I think about that? Well, in my previous job at PI, we were known for all these crazy and
the sensational. Yeah, Los Niños Lobo were all about Primer Impacto.
It was crazy, with Chupacabra,
Yeah.
all that. And then every time I would sit next to my boss, who's actually we've been friends for like 30 years. Anyhow, so every time they come up with one of those stories about, a person who would get married to like the same thing to a ghost or a spirit, I was like, this is all BS. Why are we doing these stories? These are people that are not fine in their head.
Right.
She needs a psychiatrist. It's not normal if you tell your boss, by the way, I'm married, or your friend, I'm married to a ghost, or I'm having a ceremony, because we had those on our show. It's all BS. They want attention. They're not good in the head. I mean, they need a psychiatrist. So to me, I think it's all BS. Here it goes again. I'm hearing music in the background. What's going on?
Okay. I want to know, is this the theme song?
What is this?
Is this the theme song for Primer Impacto?
No.
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 Okay. It says
Wah,
2003, 2013, Primer Impacto.
No.
Okay.
Could have been. I don't know. It was way before my
That
time.
was before you were on the show.
All right.
But I don't think they changed it.
2002.
Sí, it was. Oh my God. Yes. You're right. I stand corrected.
Roger thought the ghost came back with the
I was
soundtrack.
like, what's going on? So yeah, I think it's all BS. I think these people are not. They need to do something about their mental health. They need to see a psychiatrist, not a therapist, but a psychiatrist. They need to be on medication.
They're on the next
Because come
step.
on, let's be real here.
Yeah.
If you tell me that you fell in love with a spirit and you married the spirit and he cheated on you and blah 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 blah,
There's a
estás
whole.
loco.
The thing is that there's a whole story here, right?
Estás
It's
loco.
not even.
But
yeah.
you're crazy.
No, right. But I'm saying, to your point, now we're not even like I fell in love with a spirit. It's like now the spirit is cheating on you with another ghost of a famous person.
They're mentally not right. They're está jodido. I mean, come on. Like, what if I would tell you, oh, by the way, I just Eric and I broke up, and now who are you with? Oh no, I'm with I have a spirit. We fell in love. I fell in love with a spirit, and we're getting married next week, and we already have everything figured out. We picked out the outfits. You'll be like, Raya, tú estás loco pa'l carajo. Like, whoa. So I mean,
I would not judge you, Roger. I would ask.
I would judge you?
I would.
I would totally
I would
judge
ask
you.
where you're registered. I
No.
would send you a nice little card.
Then you wouldn't be helping me. If you would tell me that, I'll call Darian. Darian, he lost it. He lost his marbles. He's gone crazy. He says he's marrying a spirit. Come on.
Wait, so you're only doing that so you're not a throuple with Eric and the spirit?
God,
Is that why? No say.
I don't. How did you put that together?
You know what? Kudos, sir. Kudos. My hat to you,
Me
Junior.
están tratando de desprestigiar.
That's such a great
Junior,
word.
desprestigiar.
That is such a great. What is that word in English?
Desprestigiar is like you trying to
you're trying to like besmirch my name, but that's like right.
desprestigiar.
Que desprestigio. Like yeah, that's. And I don't care what the word is in English. It's not the same. It's one of those. It's probably one of those words where like
Would it be like disgrace or no?
¿Cómo se dice desprestigiar
Maybe.
en
maybe.
inglés?
Maybe we're about to find out, but
What did he say?
he said disgrace.
Chad is thinking. Okay. Discredit?
Discredit,
but it's not
disgrace.
that
I mean,
strong.
discredit, disgrace, defame.
Defame.
It's not the same.
Defame.
No,
Discredit.
I'm sorry. It's not the same.
Desprestigiar.
Desprestigiar. Like those R's is.
Desprestigiar.
Yeah.
I'm good with the R's.
Yeah, it's a good like.
We.
Yeah,
The chord.
I like it.
So you had how can we classify the story that you came up with? That's a out there story.
Oh yeah. It was a total like you know
Okay.
what? When I saw it, I was like, this is just a good. If nothing else, it's a good palate cleanser story. To get us from one point to another.
Well, I have kind of like a sad story. Like I feel bad. Like
Okay.
I wasn't even gonna bring it up, but now it's news and it's everywhere. So that's the only reason why I'm
bring
gonna bring it up.
Bring it. We're topical.
But I thought about it, but I'm like, listen, it's everywhere now. So it was on the news today, and I feel bad saying this, but
What happened?
Emily and her girlfriend, Emily and Stefan, they've been together.
And Hemini.
Hemini. They've been together for 8 or 9 years, right? And actually, I've met them. They're very nice.
Yeah,
I've met her a couple of times. Emily, I've met more, and Emily's a sweetheart. They're both very nice, but she was just arrested.
Which one? Sorry.
Who
was
Hemini.
arrested? Hamini was arrested. Oh,
Hamini was arrested and charged with strong armed robbery, a misdemeanor, and battery. And
wow.
in the report, they didn't mention Emily's name, but they're saying that she was the victim and that she was the one who called police. And she was arrested. The victim had a bruise on her eye and scratches on her neck. And allegedly they got into some kind of altercation over like a phone. And so, and I feel bad because I
and we were just talking about them last week.
They're such a nice couple. That's what they exude when you watch them. And if
I've seen them together out.
They're
Yeah,
wonderful. They're great. And it's unfortunate that,
if this is
true,
the
allegedly,
case, yes,
allegedly, this is what's being reported. It's been reported on TMZ, on lots of other places.
Oh yeah, maybe like a TMZ gets things right.
So, I feel horrible. I mean, I feel horrible because han tenido una relación tan bonita, and
well, first of all, again, like you said, allegedly, like, according to sources, all of the legal ease that we have to put in there.
And I'm sorry to interrupt, but again, TMZ didn't specifically say Emily's name, but they're saying it's her.
The inference.
They didn't say the alleged victim's name, but they're saying that it is her.
Okay.
I'm not.
What I will say is, and again, we don't know what happened. We don't know the story, and I'm not taking sides because number one, I don't know these people personally. But I will say this: sometimes things escalate. You know what I mean? Sometimes things can go from something as simple as like, "Give me your phone." No, give me it back. No, give it back. And that day,
you're having a bad day.
You're just having a shit day, and things escalate. So again, I'm not saying that this is excusable, but this could be a one-off.
We're hoping that it's something like that.
Right. We're hoping it's like a one-off situation. But I think the bigger picture here to keep in mind, and we see this all the time, is that these situations don't discriminate. If it is in fact as it's inferred or whatever with TMZ, this is somebody who is famous, who has means, who has a certain amount of wealth and privilege, and is still finding themselves in a situation that so many people find themselves in who don't have that same parameters of their life. So, it can happen to anyone. And unfortunately, I that's why I always say, like, don't think like, oh, just because people have means, that means that they don't experience things the same way. Obviously, it's easy for you to look at somebody who's always traveling or who has the nice things and all of that and be like, oh, their life must be great. But sometimes things aren't great in whatever, for whether it's a one-off not great or we don't know. And
I think the sad part too is that now it's all public. Again, if I would have heard this, I wouldn't have talked about it here, but it's on TMZ, is out there. Mandy Friedman too, I'm not sure if you know who she is. Who's usually, that? Sorry? Mandy Friedman. She's a journalist, and usually, she had reported that I was out right when day that I knew she reported it too. Oh. So,
so she has her pulse.
Yeah, she's very well connected. She has it. So I saw it in several publications. So that's why I decided to share it. But it's sad because it's something so personal and so private. If it did happen, and now everybody is talking about it, everybody knows it's out there, it's not public anymore. And if they are able to patch things up, because no one knows if this really happened, what happened, and only they know what really happened. If maybe she felt bad, and at that moment she just called the cops, and then afterwards she was like, "Wow, it wasn't that big of a deal," or maybe it was. We don't know. We're speculating at this point,
and it's none of our business.
Right, it's none of our business. I just hope that whatever it is, if it's something really did happen, that they can work it out, and that they do whatever works best for each one of them.
You brought up an interesting point there, which I think is. This is such a sensitive thing, and obviously we're contributing to the problem because we're talking about it. But I do feel bad in these instances when it's a public figure, because you know what? These are instances, these are moments that are hard enough to go through, period. Mm-hmm. But to also now have to navigate it with the knowledge that people have an opinion about something that happened to you that, number one, is none of their business, but number two, they may not have all the facts about. And again, we're part of the problem. Yes, I get it. People are going to have discussions about the thing that happened to you while you're still going through it. It's not even que tú diga, bueno, like I'll use this as her as an example, like a Tina Turner, right? When Tina was, went through what she went through with Ike Turner and the abuse and everything and this and that, it was just a different world, right? So you didn't know things al momento that things happened. By the time that you found out about it, she had already left. She had already, you know what I mean? There were certain things that were already in play that gave her maybe a little bit more distance so that she could process. She had the moment to process privately.
Yeah.
That is gone now. The
Absolutely.
minute that a TMZ finds out about something, that's it. You have to start processing and working with everything in public at the same time.
Y también, you say we're part of the problem, but the reality is that but
I'm acknowledging
I know what you meant. But the reality is that now, I mean, to your point, everything's public.
Yeah.
And the relationship they've had has been public. And they've done interviews together.
They hosted a podcast.
Publicly. They have a podcast, they perform together. So they haven't been a private couple.
Right.
So they've been pretty public, which I think it's great. They have nothing to hide. So it kind of comes with it. She didn't ask to be famous, but she was because she's Gloria's daughter. Unfortunately, she's also made a name for herself because she's an extremely talented artist. I think she's so talented.
She's a great drummer.
She's and she has a great voice.
She really does.
And she studied at Berkeley. She's great.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, you're famous first because of your mom. Then you made a name for yourself, and you've been in the public eye. So unfortunately, this happens. I think that since it's gonna be out there, I think then if you're gonna talk about it, the responsible thing to do is to do it with some compassion and not from a place like, oh my God, I can't believe. But kind of like how we're mentioning it because it's out there, but at no point do we feel any.
I'm not placing blame on anybody because I don't know what happened.
Right. We wish them both well. We hope that this could be resolved, and only they know what happened if anything did happen.
Yeah.
I think we can leave it at that.
Yeah. Oh. Well,
So I know I told you it wasn't a good one.
Oh, I know. Damn, you brought down the house.
Brought you some breaking news today.
I'm gonna talk more about ghost divorce after this. You know what? On that note, let's take a break and come back with something a little lighter. All right, we'll be right back. Hey, Peto Primos, we love our pets, but we don't love the pet overpopulation crisis we're currently facing. That's why, during Adopt a Shelter Dog Month, we're teaming up with Miami-Dade Animal Services to remind you of the many ways you can help make a difference. You can do your part by making sure your pet is vaccinated, microchipped, and sterilized, all services that Miami-Dade Animal Services provides at a low cost. And if you're looking to bring a new pet into your family, stop by the shelter or join the annual Mega Puptoberfest on Saturday, October 18th. This exciting event features adoptable cats and dogs, plus vendors, food trucks, and fun activities for the whole family. Not ready to adopt but still want to help? Consider opening your home temporarily through the foster program, which gives pets a much-needed break from the shelter. Thanks to people adopting and fostering, Miami-Dade Animal Services has saved over 90% of the cats and dogs in their care over the last 10 years. So do your part to help reduce pet overpopulation. For more information, visit miamidade.gov/animals and follow @AdoptMiamiPets on social media. All right, and we are back. All right, so I've been seeing this on social media, and so I thought, you know what? I'm gonna bring it for Roger and for Junior also. I'm gonna make this a full our throuple conversation.
Oh God, here we go. But I love when you come up with these topics because to me it's like doing a live shot. You don't know what's happening and you just have to perform. You have to go out there. So I don't know where you're coming from. Like, okay, can I handle whatever he's throwing my way? Okay, so let's see.
You can. You're a professional. You've done real live TV, so you can definitely do.
Well, but this is live. We don't stop. I mean,
Right. No, but I'm saying you've done live without a net, like legit.
Doesn't mean they were all smooth.
Fair enough. All right, so I saw this on social media this week, and I was like, where did this start? So everybody's been talking this week about or posting about like their betrayal list. I don't know if you've seen that.
No.
Okay, so apparently a couple weeks back, Mr. I don't know, Kanye West. I don't know what he's calling himself this week. He posted something on his website. He subsequently took it down, where he listed what he called his betrayal list, which is everyone who's done him wrong and and this, that, and the other. Now, the internet being the internet has taken it and kind of turned it into like a fun thing. So the betrayal lists that I've seen, I actually saw one with Betty Pastelitos and Belkis Nare did one
I love
of
Belkis.
like Belkis is fantastic.
Love her.
They did like a Miami girls betrayal list. So it was things like, traffic on the 836. Just again, and that's the
They had
internet.
fun with it.
Right. The internet has kind of taken that and had fun with it, as opposed to being like, who do I hate? Like Hitler, like, things like that, which is fine. Hate Hitler.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's okay to hate Hitler. But I thought, you know what? Let me bring it to the show and ask both of you, if you were making a betrayal list, let's say 3, let's keep it to 3. What would you put on your betrayal list?
Oh my God, Lord Jesus. I don't know. This is like...
You don't know because you can't get it down to 3?
I'm doing a live shot and I'm not prepared. Oh God. Betrayal? I don't know. Like betrayal?
I mean, again, don't harp too much on the list, on the name, because it's not necessarily somebody or something that's betrayed you, but it's basically something that's like pissing you off, right?
What was the name of the movie with Glenn Close?
There's a lot of them.
The first one, the big one, like the one.
Fatal Attraction?
Yeah, I think I felt betrayed when I saw that movie because I heard so much about the movie and I thought it was going to be so amazing. When I got there, I was like, oh my God, I thought it was going to be worse. This is an example of doing a live shot and not being prepared.
Clue that I couldn't in a million years
where I
have
was
thought
going,
that was going to be what you pulled out as your first one.
Keep you on your feet. Yeah, and myself too. That's where I went because I remember seeing that movie and saying, "Oh my God, me la pintaron!" Like, "Oh my God!" And then I thought, I was like, "Okay." And after many years passed, I thought it was a great movie. So I felt betrayed there.
Okay. Do you have 2 more?
Betrayal.
Or do you want to go back and forth with Junior?
Junior. Let's go to Junior. Let's go to Junior.
You do one, Junior does one. Okay.
I believe I had a relative that took my first dog ever and sold it.
What?
Yeah. So that's a betrayal.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Wow. These are fantastic, actually, for totally different reasons, but these are both fantastic.
So random.
They're fantastically diametrically opposed, but yes, like I'm here for it. All right. Balls back in your coat, Roger.
Come on, Roger, whip another one up. I felt betrayal, literal betrayal, when I had a girlfriend, which I would not say her name. Yes,
Okay.
I had a girlfriend many years ago.
You said this before. You said this before.
I did say what happened?
Yeah. Well, no. You've said you had a girlfriend on this show before you.
Yeah, I wasn't confused. They were just different times. And we had gone out, and it was like 4 couples. We went to, what's this place? El Bayside.
Uh-huh.
Los Ranchos.
Yeah.
We're having dinner, and then suddenly he said, oh, I feel sick. I need to go home. I'm like, what do you mean you need to go home? Yeah, I feel sick. Me siento mal. I'm like, but you were fine 2 seconds ago. I had to drive her home. I drove her home. I'm not going to say where she lived because then people will figure out who she was. So she was en un reparto. I'm not going to say where reparto because then people will figure it out. And then I dropped her off. And then when you leave a reparto, when I'm on the street, you can see inside and you can see her home. And when I look inside, when I look to the right, she was tiptoeing out of her house. And I was like this, what is she? So I went, I had my Cutlass Sierra. I went back and I went inside. And when I was going inside the reparto, she was coming out and I saw her. And I'm like, I thought you were sick. She's like, I am sick. I'm going to pick up my sister. I'm like, you're such a liar. She left. This is like 12 o'clock. I went inside the reparto and I waited for her.
At midnight.
Oh, yeah.
You waited.
No, it started at midnight.
That's what I'm saying. At midnight. Yeah.
So then at 2 a.m, because I called the house. Guess who picks up the phone? The sister.
Who she was supposedly going to
Who's
pick up.
supposed to pick up. And I'm like, Fulana. I thought Fulana was going to go pick you up. She's like, what are you talking about? I've been sick for like 4 days. I haven't left home. I was like, ¿Qué? I waited to 2:30, 3 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, she came back. And I was parked like right here, and she parked right in front. And when she parked in front, I went pagata, poof, the high beams were on. And I got out of the car. She was a little sweaty. And I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I had no idea that I was with a beep, 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 beep. And then she started like, and then I had all my books. She had all my books from Miami-Dade College in her car, and she got them out of the, I'm like, give me all my books. I don't know why. And she got them and she threw them on the floor. I'm like, pick them up. And then she's like, I'm not picking them up. I'm like, you're not picking them up. So I went to knock on her door. I'm like, your whole family's going to find out that you're a beep, 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 beep. So I went to the door, and right when I was going to knock, she's like, no. So then I went back. She got my books. She put them inside my car. And I was like, wow, I never imagined. Everyone told me what you were, but now I just realized that you are a beep, 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 beep. That was betrayal.
Junior? How are you going to follow that one up? Like,
it went from one
Yeah.
movie to like this. Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry,
you know,
I couldn't say it fast. I mean,
cut to a couple years later, and you know, I think everything ended okay. All things
so that
considered.
that was a real betrayal.
No, that was a genuine betrayal. Yes.
Okay. Junior.
Wow.
So I had a childhood friend that I grew up playing sports with and going to school with as well.
Okay.
And then as a team building camaraderie community thing, we used to play poker.
Okay.
This was when poker was all over ESPN. It became a fad, and everyone was having like house games,
celebrity
and stuff like
poker,
that.
all of that,
Exactly.
yeah.
So we would have these house games, and this lifelong friend was the number one or number two poker player in this little collective that we had of about 20 to 30 people. Not always at the same time, but like rotating games. And my cousin, which now he's a lawyer, was a cop for a couple of years. He was just a teenager at this time. He caught my long life friend illegally dealing the cards.
He was cheating.
He was dealing the cards over, and then when he would get to himself, under. And my cousin grabbed his arm, and this was around everyone. And then everyone kind of did a freeze frame on each other.
Oh, jeez.
And
Ouch.
the look of betrayal on everyone's face
I love the drama.
was out of this world.
Oh,
And that was a moment of betrayal for me.
Wow.
Yeah. And not only me, I mean,
well, the whole
the
group,
collective.
yeah,
Yes.
the collective.
I don't know how many were in attendance that day.
Have you been able to play poker since?
I have,
Okay.
but not a house game.
Okay. No, I get it.
Traumatized.
Only
Like-
I might go to like the Hard
casinos.
Rock and just like with a hoodie on,
Deep wounds.
you know, and just
Deep wounds.
I pay in nothing but nickels,
Wow.
and the soda is free.
Wow.
But yeah, I can't. I don't think I can play another house game.
Quédate.
I found the chips the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And there was tears coming out before the tears from the dust. No. I could have blamed it on the dust, but it was
Hay trauma.
yeah.
Hay trauma.
Hay trauma. I'm glad you brought this
I've
up
got
so that way we can talk about it. I'm an
Quedó-
archaeologist of
trauma.
emotions and trauma.
Of
yeah.
trauma. Yeah.
So,
Yo
I feel
diría
that
que
Sure.
quedaste. This is how we would say it in Primer Impacto.
Architrauma list? I don't know.
This is how in Primer Impacto, everything he went through, this is how we say it. We would say, quedaste sumido en un profundo dolor. O quedaste sumido en un profundo trauma.
I don't think he can keep producing today if that's what's happening over there. Like, that's too much.
That's a lot.
That's
It's
a
still
lot.
affecting
and
him.
this like super, it's romantic and dramatic
It's poetic.
mad libs
Yeah.
that Primer Impacto uses is incredible. Can you say that phrase? Yes, please.
Quedaste sumido en un profundo dolor. There you go. Is that deep or what? There you go. And we lost him.
Oh, we lost him.
We lost him.
That's it. That's it. Thank you for coming, everyone. That's our episode for this
No, we
week.
need
It's
him back.
Junior's gone,
we
so
need
we're
him back.
done. All right. Well, I had said 3, but you know what? After those 2, like, I think we're done. Like, I
Well,
think.
my last one was very short. I can make it 20 seconds. Was when I went to Disney Paris, And I was like, man, this is not very pretty. I mean, the castle was nice. It was pretty. It was pink, but everything else, you go to like, what is it called? It's a small world, and you see like the roof, like the square little roof. You know, it's like, what? I mean, really? This is Disney? It was like a betrayal. It was like, I told Eric, wow, this is Disney? Damn, this wasn't that great. So it was a bit of a betrayal. You see, I gave you un potpourri.
I love it. Un potpourri.
I forgot what the first one was that I told you. Oh, yes.
Glenn Close and Fatal Attraction.
Glenn Close, Girlfriend Who Cheated, and then
Disney.
Disney Paris.
Yeah.
So I can give it to you in 20 seconds, I can give it to you in a minute, or I can give it to you in 10.
I've heard that about you. Yeah.
I'm not saying anything,
You always set yourself up for these.
but it could be true. Just tell me what you need.
It's the magic of his doing live television.
There you go.
He can
We're
give it to
talking
you
about magic of television.
however long you need
I
it.
can give it to you in 10 and 20 or in a minute long. Yeah. Short as 10 seconds. Or as long as a minute.
That's a promo, baby.
When we talk about
You see, you set yourself up. That's the beauty of it. No one else even has to do it.
Wow.
You do it to yourself.
That one you have to beep. That part you got to beep.
I'm not going to beep it, but I'm not going to use it for the real.
Okay, good.
I'm not going to use it for the real. I think we've
my
gotten enough
gosh.
mileage out of your unknowing double entendres as it is.
Namaste.
Yeah.
Wow. I surprise myself sometimes with this crap that comes out of my mouth. I'll be quiet.
So do you have anything for us? Do you have another topic, or are you still recovering?
No, I mean, I do, but it's really short. It's like 20 seconds, but I know that's going to trigger you, so I don't know if I want to do it. I don't want to trigger you.
Trigger me or trigger Junior?
No, trigger you.
Is it AI?
I'm going to trigger you.
It's AI. Bring
Yeah.
it. Bring it. Trigger me.
Okay, yesterday it was reported that Amazon is laying off 14,000 people. And better
I think
yet,
it's 1,400.
14,000 people, not 1,400.
Is 14,000?
14,000 people. You saw how I looked at you, right?
Yeah.
Like, how dare you question
Like,
me?
yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I also knew I knew your cousin's birth date, but
I didn't.
But you questioned me.
And it doesn't end there. And then UPS, 48,000 people laying off because of AI. Look it up, because I know he's tested.
I did look it up.
And what did it say?
14,000.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that. When I saw it, I was like, 14,000?
I can.
Amazon 14,000? And then they say, well, all the jobs aren't lost, because like if you train yourself for AI, then you can get a job.
This one. And you know what? You know what AI can't do? This.
I told him I was going to trigger him.
Yes.
That's why I didn't want to do it.
But
in a way, I wanted to see you trigger. Eric saw you trigger. He's like, wow, you really triggered him. I'm like, yeah, I know where to.
The thing is, at this point, I'm just like, I don't even know what else is left for me to say. You know what I mean? Because it's like
a lot of people, a lot of lives.
It's a shit ton of people. And, for them to come in and be like, it's for efficiency and this and that. I'm like, that's fantastic. Guess what, guys? The job market's already oversaturated with people who are looking for work. And now you're going to add to it because you want to save a buck. Listen, I'm all for efficiencies, but the fact of the matter is we're only seeing the tip of the iceberg. Get ready. It's going to get worse. And this thing about train yourself on AI and how to do AI and blah, blah, that's great right now. But what the beauty of AI has been, the way it's been touted, is that eventually AI can train itself and AI can work. It doesn't need somebody there to work on it. So eventually, even the people who learn how to work on AI are going to be outdone by AI.
Okay, I think at this point it's important to breathe. Just take a breather. Like, okay.
Take a sip of water.
There you go. ASMR. That's the other one that I had for
breathe
you.
Out, breathe in.
Today I brought a combination.
Okay, well, did you bring something else to piss me off?
No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it. I thought that was enough to throw you off. So no, after that, it has to be light. Super light.
All right. So actually, I have something that, AI, you can't replace this. Not yet, anyway. So apparently,
Fixing my socks. I wear long socks.
China, you wear long socks?
Yeah, no, because I noticed that in the shot here, like I'm really pale. And then on the bottom, my legs always come out and like they look super skinny and super white. So I was like, I'm wearing long socks. So you can see like my
So it's para disimular.
yeah, yes. I wear long socks today.
See, that's another word, disimular.
Disimular.
I don't know what that would be in English.
Disimular?
Yeah.
Chat, how would you say disimular in English?
You can translate into English and many other languages to translate.
Bitch ain't that smart now, is she?
What's wrong with her?
It's because she heard me ranting and she says, "Estás haciendo la boba."
That's what's happening. ¿Cómo se dice disimular en inglés?
With the Primer Impacto voice.
That was right. Right? He totally shifted into anchor voice.
Conceal.
Conceal.
Yeah,
It's not the same.
No, well, conceal. It's a high.
That's a good word, but it's not the same.
No, hay que disimular. No, you're right. You're right. I take that back. To
Yeah.
pretend. No.
No.
Vamos a disimular. I'm gonna
Let's pretend. No.
to play it off.
Again, these are correct and they make sense, but it's
There's
not the
not-
same.
yeah.
It's not el mismo enlace, you know? Pero bueno.
The closest would be pretend.
Pretend.
Let's pretend. Vamos a disimular.
Yeah. So China is now requiring influencers to have a degree in order to discuss serious topics, or they will face a fine of 100,000 yen.
What does that mean?
So
100,000 yen.
I don't know. That's their currency. That's what
Yeah, but
I
like,
don't know. I don't know what that translates
What's
into.
100,000 yen in US dollars? Just
Yeah.
to put it in perspective.
Yeah.
Hi, chat. See, use ChatGPT, coño.
You see, you can't see. But meanwhile, Junior's looking it up the old-fashioned way because he's a person and he's not AI.
I'm texting.
How much is 1,000
Damn
yen
it, Junior.
that
in US
lived in
dollars?
China.
Oh, you okay?
Chengdu.
1,000. Sorry. Okay, sorry.
100. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, while they figure that out, I'm gonna keep going. So China has introduced new rules requiring.
$655.34.
Okay.
100,000 yen.
It's 1,000. Oh,
100,000 yen.
100,000 yen is $655.
Oh, but you said 1,000.
34.
No, 100,000.
Oh, 100,000.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I have Japanese yen. I'm up to, no, I have a wrong one.
Okay, so it's 655.
$600
Yeah,
for
$670.
okay.
Okay, so
That's okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That was the same, too. Well, I mean, that's yen because Chinese would be Chinese yuan.
oh, the yuan. Sorry.
Okay. That's $14,086.39.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, that
The
changes
Chinese
things around.
yuan.
That is a lot of money. So what they've introduced is rules requiring influencers to hold university degrees before commenting on professional topics like finance, medicine, law, and education. And so their social media platforms, like the Chinese social media platforms, must verify and record the creator's credentials or face fines of the 14 grand. The move follows complaints about unqualified influencers spreading misinformation, with nearly 30% of users reporting misleading claims. So now the platforms are, suspending people who are not quote unquote qualified or what have you.
That's very
I'm not
interesting.
opposed to it.
That's very interesting.
I'm not entirely opposed to it.
I'm with you.
We'd be safe.
No, but
Because we don't talk about anything that's official.
no, but I kind of see where that's going, because sometimes you have these influencers and these podcasters talking about things as if they were a legit, credible source or professional, and they're not.
Right.
And you're not a doctor. You shouldn't
talking
be talking
about
about that.
medicine.
You're not an attorney. You shouldn't be giving legal advice, stuff like that. So for that, I think I'm good with that.
Yeah,
And
no,
sometimes
I'm on board.
and sometimes it's hard to decipher. I mean, because if you have a lot, for example, at place I used to work, there was a guy that was giving information as if he was a doctor. He wasn't a doctor. He was a nurse,
Bueno, pero at least he was a medical
but he's
professional.
not a doctor.
No, fair enough.
and he
no.
would call himself a doctor.
Oh.
You're not a doctor.
Was he a
And,
nurse? Was he a nurse practitioner?
No, he was not a
Okay.
nurse practitioner.
trying.
Practitioner, and he did not have a doctorate degree in like philosophy.
So ni siquiera por esa parte.
Because he did aesthetic things and whatever, and his patients would call him doctor. He went along with that. But you're not a doctor. You're not a medical doctor. So people who would just follow him because he had a lot of followers would think, oh, he's a doctor. He's a doctor. And he's not. So I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah. No, I think we need more of that, because again, to your point, cualquiera hoy en día starts a page and is like, hi, I think this is great for your health and you should bang your head against this 20 times a day because I've done it my whole life and I'm great.
And some people will
And
believe
some people
them.
will believe it. There will be someone who believes them.
Yeah, I
There
agree.
will be. I guarantee you.
It's like for example, my mom always asking me, "Oh, is it true that this happened?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, "Mom, where did you see it?" I saw it online. I'm
Facebook.
like, "Mom, just because you see it online, it doesn't mean it's true. There's someone, an actual person that actually wrote that. It doesn't mean it's true. Yeah, but I heard it here and I heard it there. It doesn't. What's the source? Is it like a? Did you see it in Associated Press? Did you see
There
it
you
on
go.
like where did you see it? And like, so I'm trying to teach them that everything that they see on the internet is not real.
The worst thing that I love to hear when people would say like, no, but do your research. And it's like, no, I have.
Exactly.
And it's reputable sources. You didn't do your research. You just kept clicking next page on Google until you found someone who aligned with what you want
Exactly.
to believe or say, or, whatever miracles cure or whatever you think.
We agree.
That's not doing your research. That's eventually you're going to find somebody who agrees with you on something.
Agreed.
And if you knock on enough doors,
Agreed. So we agree.
And we have to educate our parents about Sora, the Sora videos. So introduce Sibia to Sora.
wait, what's Sora?
What's Sora?
All those AI videos that have the little Sora logo on them, they keep sharing them and don't realize the
like
logos
the
on them.
I
AI,
didn't
the
even
ones
know
that are
this.
the ones that you can tell whether they're real or fake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like you see like a really, I don't know. I've been seeing.
No, it's
maybe politically correct.
It's just very.
You see somebody like kind of disabled and they're like on a chiropractor, and then the guy gets them and throws them against the wall and cracks them. Is that what you're talking
Well,
about?
that's one of them.
What are they
It's
called?
a little more
those are
exaggerated,
hilarious.
but it's the application that they're using for it is Sora.
How do you spell
SORA?
that?
SORA, yeah.
Oh, I
didn't
just
know.
learned something.
And yeah, it's the meta AI,
Right.
et cetera, but
They're so good.
educating my parents because my mom was sharing a bunch of the videos on Facebook, and then my dad was sending me videos that they were sending him on WhatsApp saying, "Ay, Gogi, what this is."
Mira esto.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and I'm like, no, look, anything that has that little logo on it,
And
don't even
it'll
worry
say
about it.
literally Sora.
Like the logo bounces in the video.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I
it's
don't know-
like
I
a
don't know.
bouncing watermark.
Yeah.
Okay, I never noticed that.
That's the majority of them. There might be like a super premium membership that doesn't have the watermark, so
That's probably what I've been seeing.
Yeah, so
And they're getting. I mean, there's a lot of
yeah,
them
yeah,
lately.
yeah.
Some of them that I'm like, I have to do a double take. Okay, is that okay? I'm like, no, it's AI. They're not that easy to tell whether.
I've been ringing this bell for.
Oh my God, we triggered him. We triggered him.
I'm
Another
just
trigger.
saying, I've been ringing the bell, kids. Been ringing the bell.
Well, we should end on something. Well, I don't know if we're
all-
ending, but
that's
whenever
all
we
I
have to
gotta
bring you something
say.
positive for
That's
you.
all I gotta say.
Because
No, you know
because
what?
you won't
You
make
know
it.
what?
No, because you won't make it.
You know what?
You won't make it.
I will take the positivity that ultimately I'm correct.
Okay. Namaste.
I'm finding peace in the fact that I'm right.
Okay.
Okay, I think that's it's all I can do at this point. Okay. All right, we're gonna take another break. When we come back, it's time for Last Cafecitos. The holidays are here, and with them come all our traditions. From cajachina to turkey to coquito and 12 grapes at midnight. And for over 50 years, Café La Llave has been there for each and every one of them. We take pride in keeping our traditions alive, unapologetically passing them on to the next generation, like making sure you've got the espumita just right. It takes a certain level of bold to unapologetically keep your culture alive, pero that's exactly what Café La Llave is doing. So when you're boldly celebrating the holidays your way, Café La Llave is always invited to the party.
My God, I'm not used to this. Like, it's always you in control. So now it's back to me. I feel like I'm
Yes.
doing a newscast. Bienvenidos.
Yes, welcome back. So welcome back to Roger.
Okay, I feel better when you take the lead.
All right.
So what? No,
So
you set it up. You set it up. You set it up.
so we're back, and we're gonna do our last cafecitos again, brought to us by our friends at Café La Llave, and you're gonna go first this week.
I got all nervous.
Yes,
Like,
I know you
change
look
the
a
format. I
little
was like,
flustered.
what am I doing? Okay.
This entire episode has been about just keeping you on your toes.
Live shot. And
like
we're back.
like live,
I'm
live.
on.
Go,
I'm
go.
on. Well,
No
my
net.
last cafecito is for Lina Luaces.
Okay, I don't.
That
know
is the
this.
Miss Cuba
Okay.
Miss Cuba, because I mean, you probably guys don't know about this, but you know, I'm really into like Miss Universe, right?
Well, we know you watch all
I'm
this
totally
on
into
TikTok,
Miss Universe. Miss Universe is going to be on November 21st, and it's going to be in Thailand, right? Which they lost someone there now. I forgot who they lost in Thailand, and like the whole country's in mourning, but whatever. We're still going to celebrate Miss Universe. So anyhow, Lina Luaces is the new Miss Cuba, who she received a lot of backlash on social media. You know, they called her a whole bunch of names, you know, ugly things. But she also received a lot of positive feedback. And I think she's a great girl. She's Lily Estefan's daughter.
Oh, okay.
So I remember when she was like 7 years old, I would go into Lily's office and she was there. And she was pesadita when she was 7 or 8. I told her when I saw her, she's like, I know. But man, as a young lady, she is just wonderful.
So she's outgrown her pesadita energy.
She's a sweetheart. She's so nice and kind and statuesque. And nada. So yesterday she was at the airport because a lot of countries do this. They say goodbye to their queens. So she was at Miami International Airport and she was greeted by like, I don't know, it must have been like 100 people there, you know, waving her goodbye. And there was a little girl who I guess gave her something and she got emotional. She was probably like 5 years old. So by now she's already in Thailand. And I mean, it's about a month away, a little bit under a month away. So you know, we're supporting her. She's Cuban and she's worked really, really, really hard. For months, all she did was speak in Spanish so that she could improve because she could barely speak Spanish.
Really?
So yeah, she could barely, I mean, she spoke like pero muy mal. So she said that her coach told her that to improve, even with her friends, she had to only speak Spanish. And for months, that's all she did. Wow. She's like, there were some friends of mine that I couldn't see because they would want to speak in English. And I'm like, I can't. And she came, I mean, she's doing great. And she's a contender. She's like 6 feet tall. She's statuesque. And yesterday was her goodbye.
Oh, Lily's tall. I mean,
Lily's like 5'9".
But for a woman, that's gigantic.
But Lina towers over her.
Wow.
I mean, Lina's dad it's like 6'4". I remember once he got me and put me on his shoulder. I was like, oh my God.
Entre los dos.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was going to be tall.
She's a good 6 feet. And with heels, she's probably like 6'4", 6'5". So anyhow, good luck to her. You know, it'll be in the next few weeks, but we'll know. But we're about a month away. So she's representing Cuba.
All right. Yay. And representing Miami.
And Miami.
As a result of that as well.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's awesome. Well, good luck to her. What was her name again? Lina
Luaces.
Luaces,
correct.
Luaces. All right. So my last cafecito, which was going to be my last cafecito last week, but I couldn't find it by the time we came back. So I had to shift. Is going to an organization that is called it's the Regarding Youth Impact Hub, and it's a website called the website address is re-youth.info, and this is a initiative that was actually started by Peacock, NBC's streaming platform, in tandem with their series Devil in Disguise, John Wayne Gacy. So I don't know if are you familiar with John Wayne Gacy at all. He was a serial killer in the 70s, and I think he is suspected, he wasn't convicted of all 33, but he is suspected of killing 33 young men over the course of several years. And he buried several of them actually in the crawl space under his house. And many of these young men,
oh my goodness,
were actually, they were suspected of being gay or runaways or basically disenfranchised youth. And so this website, is the Regarding Youth Impact Hub aims to empower young people, parents, and communities with the tools and knowledge to help people who find themselves in those situations thrive and succeed. So it's really a resource website that a lot of the things that was interesting to me was, it said like risks to youth well-being in the 1970s, and then it does the comparison with today. So, a big part of it is like social media is a huge impact nowadays, whereas back in the 70s, it was a lot of, like hitchhiking. People used to hitchhike a lot.
Really?
So
interesting.
People would just evaporate because that was the culture. They even say like, for instance, and then it's like, so what you can do and things to keep aware of. They say a lot of his victims, actually, he wouldn't have had that many victims if when certain complaints of like what is sometimes known as like the less desirable people, when those reports went in, if the cops had actually followed up on them. Because like there was even an instance where this one gentleman, who actually is one of the only survivors of a Gacy attack that we know of, He was literally walking on, according to what he alleges, or he said, he was walking on the street. Gacy was like, "Oh, it was cold out. It was, whatever. Oh, I'm going to the area. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going here. No, I'm going to walk. No, it's cold. Get in the car." And again, everybody hitchhiked back then. So he got in the car. Gacy chloroformed him. So he passed out in the car. When he woke up, he was bound and gagged in his apartment.
Oh my God.
He kept him drugged for a couple of days. He beat him. He almost killed him, tortured him. When he went to the cops and reported it, essentially the cops wrote it off as rough sex between two gay men.
Oh, wow.
And so, and there were some places where legally, the legal statute, a man couldn't rape another man. Just legally, it wasn't recognized. So, there's been a lot of changes since then to the law, thankfully, and just to the way that we approach things. But I think, making sure that there are resources like this and that we're aware of, and it provides a lot of, this is how you can be a part of your service, and these are organizations that you can reach out to and things like that. So, it was the 1970s, which we say was it was such a long time ago, but I'm 46. I was born in 79. Gacy, I think this happened in 77, 78.
I'm surprised I didn't know about that, but it's got a lot of similarities to the way you describe it to Jeffrey Dahmer.
It's exactly similar to Jeffrey Dahmer. That's, it's that gay panic thing also is the reason that Jeffrey Dahmer, and Dahmer was a twofer because it was gay, but then he also made sure to only go after minorities. Mm-hmm. And so it was a combination of, these are people that, they go missing all the time.
But
they do things like that.
But I thought about it because of how you described that there was one guy who got away, and he described it very similar to how you describe it with this other guy.
Yeah, the guy who got away. Well, and even before actually with Dahmer specifically, there was a kid who I think he was maybe 13, 14, who he tried to get away. And some of the women in the neighborhood were, when the cops showed up, were like, "No, he's a kid. No, he's a kid." Mm-hmm. And you saw the series, and the cops were like, "No, it's okay." And then he eventually killed that kid. So, Re-Youth.info.
That's great.
Just, it's a great resource. And again, we think of these things sometimes like, the 70s. I'm like, it's less than 50 years ago, which is not recent, but it's not ancient history. And
we're not ancient history.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not ancient. I am in my
in
prime.
your prime.
I'm out of prime, damn it. But it's just, and I appreciate also the fact that even though Peacock, put out this it's not docu-series, this series based on a documentary that they had done of John Wayne Gacy, the series is fantastic because it really focuses on the victims as opposed to the killer. But I like that they took the moment to step back and say, how do we make this a teaching moment?
Good.
And not just a sensationalized moment. So
that's a good one.
That's it.
Today,
Glad I found it.
Today we have a variety. Tuvimos un popurrí de información.
I know. How would we describe this on Primer Impacto, this episode dramatically? How would we?
I have to give some time. I don't know. You got me.
All right. Well, next week he'll think it over and he'll come back next week. I hope that was episode 367. And as always, we hope you listened, laughed, and learned, and that you grab your croqueta, your pastelito, and your cafecito, and join us again next week. Actually, happy Halloween, because this episode drops on Friday, on Happy Halloween, October 31st. So, go get your candy, and we'll see you next week.
Say hi.